Hi, I'm Amy. This has been long overdue. This game was played at like the start of May, so it's like a month ago. So I don't remember too much of what happened. But I'll try to do my best and at least commentating some, like a thing or two over it. I probably don't remember too much of like my thought process at the time, but maybe I can like hindsight things and still make this somewhat interesting. I probably can't say too much because I don't. If this was more recent, I could probably talk more about my decision making. So I'll probably say a lot like, "Oh, I thought probably this is what I probably thought, or this is probably what I thought." So I rolled higher, I think. Going second, this opening hand is doo-doo. There is, against Roger, I want Cavendish out on 4 or we lose, probably. Well, I don't think we necessarily lose, but we lose. There's no way I can build that with this. The best option I have is to grab a Kid and Killer from like first draw, play that, and then on the turn after, probably another Kid and Killer, and then Veggie. So with the Kid and Killers, I'll find Cavendish, but that's just so unlikely. This is a mo. Also, I have the video playing on 1.5 times speed. What do we have here? Oh, I want to see what my hand was. Okay, we have 8 Kostla, we have, I think this is 6 Kostla, 7 Luffy, and Cavendish. It's not too bad. We have to make do. They start nothing, my turn. At the moment this is a shit hand, and now it's a slightly better hand because we draw Bonnie, because now we can go Luffy and then Bonnie. What we're searching for here is a Veggie. Or Kid and Killer. Here I'm going to grab Kid and Killer. That is the best option. Kid and Killer will secure me at least a chance of getting Cavendish out on 4. This can't find, this can't find, this is not going to be useful. This is a Bonnie I already have, this 1 cost. This Killer allows me to search more, and it's a 2 cost on the field, which helps satisfy this requirement. Oh. Play Bonnie. Even though the Bonnie's not too useful in this game, I think it helps with the cost requirement. They'll swing 6, and that is shit. Oh no, that's good. Never mind. I was thinking a turn ahead. Next turn they also swing 6, and that is shit because I have a lot of like 1Ks in hand. This is an easy take because I'm looking for Veggie. Didn't find it. Kid and Killer, find Veggie, please find Veggie. And here I make a mistake. There's no Veggie. Where's my mouse? Oh, here. Here I make a mistake. In my hand is already a 6 cost. This is what I'll be drawing. That's a mistake. I need this Freeze Bunny. Why do I need this Freeze Bunny? 1, I only play 2. I think in this list I play 2 Freeze Bunny and 2 Cycle Bunnies. So finding this now is essential. I can't be too confident about finding it later in the game. I wasn't too concerned with like 10 drops at the time. I hadn't faced Roger in a long time, and in like previous times with like Restand Law, like during OP15, I was usually too fast for them to react efficiently. So Freeze Bunny wasn't too useful back then. Now it is, because the 10 drops hurt. They hurt a lot, and we're not as fast anymore. So I need this. Already, for the fact that this card's too strong and it will deny me 10 costs later, I only play 2, if I recall correctly, which is bad if I don't draw this now. I have the chance of getting this card. I'm probably thinking against this leader they'll ramp, so it's kind of unpredictable what Dom they'll have when. And I'm thinking, I probably won't be able to prevent the 7 cost Zoro. I probably won't be able to prevent an 8 cost Roger. So how is this useful? Well, it will prevent me 10 drops, and that is going to lose me the game. So here I grab 6 cost, which I already have. I could have, if I didn't grab Freeze Bunny, I could have at least grabbed the 2k counter. Here is my second chance, right? I have redemption. Here's my second chance in grabbing this. But no, I decide not grabbing it. I decide to grab Stun Bunny. Why? Because in my mind, if I recall correctly, I want to stun 8 cost or 7 cost or whatever, Roger and Zoro, because then they can't swing. And while that's true, I already have 1 in hand at least. If I grab this, I have tools. I already have like a 6 cost, which I play 4 of, so if I really wanted to, I could probably find it later. I could even just leader ability the Stun Bunny back and play it again if I really needed to. If I grabbed this, I would have had options, and now the only 2 I have left are going to be sent back in my deck. This probably lost me the game already. Now I'm gonna gamble. I also say this in Dutch. I'm gonna gamble that there will be a supernova here, and well, there is, but that's not worth it. 6 phase. They take and pass. At this point, this will be an uphill battle. And now they'll swing 6, which sucks because it's 1-1, brick, 1-1. And I don't want to pitch two 1Ks, so I'm going to take here. This leaves me vulnerable, but since I can stun, I'm not too worried. They ramp here. They ramp again. And then my turn. I again will not find a veggie, which is awful. I'm just too slow at this point. So 6 into cabbage. I'll grab the bunny back. I grab bunny because I already have the Luffy, and I can use leader ability to grab the Luffy back if I wanted to. I want Luffy instead of Killer because Luffy's easy to drop later. Yeah, I bounce it so that well, it's both a gamble and I just want the searcher. Seven phase, try the pressure, at least get some life. 7k leader now. They drop 8 cost, 9k leader. They'll swing 9 into Cavendish. I really want to protect this, because losing this Cavendish here will really just net me the game, I think. This is what I have to counter for. I counter for my board. I have 2-2Ks, because I grabbed it back to hand from previous turn. And there's a Bone Clay swing. I already have a Luffy Searcher in hand, so I'm okay pitching one. And then I also have a Killer in hand. I could also probably pitch the 8 cost, because when am I going to play the 8 cost? Leader is 7 at this point. Two Bone Clay. Remember to swing with your searchers. I don't know what I'm thinking here, but I'm thinking something. Probably calculating my Don options. And how I can swing, because I want to ideally play... Normally I'd love to play 6 cost into Stun Bunny, stun this, and then swing. At that point I have remaining 3 Don, so if I wanted to I could allocate 1 swing, then I restand 2, so I'll have 4 Don left. And then I could, like, I could go 7, 8 or something, I think. Another option is to drop Stun Bunny raw, but this plays me bodies faster. Also, sequencing. Don't get the sequencing wrong. I did my sequencing wrong. First, you restand the Dawn and then you stun. It doesn't matter too much, but you know, rules, sharks. Oh yeah, no, never mind. They're 9. The whole discussion from just now is not useful because they're 9. So then maybe in that case, another option that was presentable was to play at 8 Dawn. So another option is to play Stun Bunny Raw. This goes from 3, then go to 4. So we have 4 Dawn, then swing at 3 Dawn, restand 2, so we have 3 Dawn remaining. Then we could have had a 9-9 swing, but then we don't have this body. That is probably better. And the reason I think that that might be better is going wide here is not gonna do much, because all my bodies are small. I need to Dawn up to hit this guy. So I don't think I'm going to need a lot of bodies here. So it's probably better to play this Bunny Raw and have 2 9k swings in than to play this into this and have only 1 9k swing in. Like, swinging into 9k sucks to begin with. If during a turn where they are 9, I want to avoid swinging as much as possible. So in a way, I'm at least protecting, I'm at least keeping some board, because next turn they could also, let's say they have like Rush Shanks or something, then they're going to remove the Scavenish, and that's just game over, right? But now at least Cavendish can't be swung into. I was not thinking of Rush Shanks at the time. I can guarantee you that. So it's like the choice is, do I want to play the extra body and have some security of having bodies on the next turn, or do I want to get the extra pressure? Maybe in hindsight, I would have loved to try what it would be like if I had the extra 9-9 pressure by playing this Raw. That's what I'm thinking in hindsight, at least. Like next game, that's probably what I would try. Because their hand isn't like massive, if I recall correctly. I count like 4 or 5. Yeah, there's the Rush Shanks. And here the nightmare begins. When I swing 7 in this body, there's 2 options here. One is to not counter, then this dies, and then this dies, guaranteed. The option is to counter here, then I'll be lower on hand, reducing my resources even more, but at least I get to keep this body. Which I get to keep one of the 2 bodies, because, you know, Rush Shanks will kill one of them guaranteed. I'm going with the counter option because I want to protect board. I'm not sure how useful it is, because having a wide board is not... It's not going to help me in this match. I'm going to be so stuck with, like, my swings. But countering, losing 2 bodies here is too detrimental, I think. So it's probably better to counter one out. Especially if next turn they just become bigger and I will lose my entire board. In this turn I have multiple options as well. 10 on turn. One option I have here, I have the Stun Bunny, right? If I had Freeze Bunny, I would have frozen. I should have frozen this here. I don't have Freeze Bunny, so that's out of the question. I have multiple options. One option is to play Stun Bunny for 5, then I have 6 Dawn remaining. Then they're 7 at the moment. Then I could swing, let's see, so 6 Dawn, I could swing 8, 1, 2, 3, restand 2. Then, wait, is that correct? So we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, restand 1, then plus 3, 6, 6, 7, 8, restand 2, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. So I could swing 7, 7, 8. Or, so play Stun Bunny Raw, swing it to stun this, because I think otherwise I'm just dead, or I need to keep this blocker up. Yeah, actually, so another thing I could do is I could swing 7, restand 2, 7, 7, 7. So one thing I could do is swing Yeah, play stun bunny, swing 7, 7, 7, 7. That's going to demand at least some life taking and some hand, because I think their hand is 4. Also, pro tip, don't put your hands below the table. Another option, which, if I recall correctly, if that's this turn, is playing 7 cost law. Well, first, I don't have 7 cost law, so I'll have to search it, but I'll search it. So that's 1 Don, so I have 9 left, play 7 cost law, we have 7 Don left. Then I could swing, I commit, no, then we have 2 Don left, never mind. And then that has a Don, so that way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, then we have 2 Don left, swing 7 Cavendish, restand 2, and then I could swing 8 with leader maybe. And then I get 2 swings in, but I do get a 9k body. And I'm thinking the 9k body is going to help me, because if they're going to be like 9k again, then having a 9k body at least helps with some form of pressure. Because then I can at least swing without having to commit too much Don. Although the body will be 8k because of this -1, but it will cost so much less Don to actually do some pressure. So I'm not sure which the better option is. I choose, if this is the turn, I choose to search, find 7 cost, play 7 cost, stun bunny in life, leader ability. Which is less pressure. Yeah, and here I commit 3 Don to swinging 9. If I recall correctly. I'm just kind of explaining like what this deck does and how it's not that great here. Oh no, I do swing 7, never mind. Oh, I even miscalculated. There's like an extra Don I gain because of the 7 cost and the leader ability of like extra Don. So here it goes 7 phase. I probably, in that case, yeah, then this is probably the better play. If I, instead of going 7, 7, 7, wait, no, this would be the 7. And then 7, I demand more pressure, but at least for next turn I have this body now. But here I commit to a 9 swing. I think this is bad. Their hand size is low. I think they're on like 4 cards in hand. Or like 4 or 3 right now. So, something like that. I can't see it very clearly. So now I commit 4 Don. Or 3 more Don to swing 9. They can just easily tank this. I think, in hindsight, it's better to swing 7, 7. That will demand, like, here a 9 they can just easily tank. And then they're still sitting on 2 life. And we know that they, well, we don't know, but in hindsight, I know he has like a blocker in hand. Or they have a blocker in hand. So, having 2 life and then playing a blocker, I don't remember if they played a blocker now or later, but in hindsight I know that they have a blocker. Being on 2 life is not too dangerous for them at the moment, especially because they can just commit becoming like 8 and 9k and stuff. Oh no, I think they play like, yeah, I think they play like Roger into the blocker. So they just tank the 9k hit, right? If I'm thinking now, if I swing 7, 7, then they have to commit. They have to at least think a little bit. They're very likely to take 1 life, very likely at least, because you know sitting on 3 lives pretty good. Getting the extra guard draw for the extra options, they're pretty safe, especially if they have good cards. Like let's say they already have 8 cost Roger in hand here, or like Rush Shanks. That's just going to make their board super strong, and they're probably not dying anytime soon. So they're pretty safe taking a life here. So in my swinging, I'm thinking I should assume that they will take this live. So then swinging 7-7 is probably gonna hurt more, because they'll have to at least pitch something from hand. In hindsight is what I'm thinking. I don't know what their hand looks like, but I think this puts more pressure than just one 9k swing they can tank. That's what I'm thinking. Nine K? 9 Cavendish? I need to let it go, don't have to counter. Take, I don't remember, I can't see what the life is. Can't block because it's not a blocker yet. Yeah, there we go, that's the Uta. So sitting on 2 lives perfectly fine. They're 9k. What am I gonna do, right? What am I gonna do? There's so little I can do here. It cost useless. I'm probably thinking I need to search something, like stun bunny or something, so I at least don't die, so I can stun one of these. Another way to accomplish this is by leader abilitying one of them back to hand after, or maybe not after swinging, maybe after swinging, and then playing again, so I can stun. Another option is to find a 6 cost, so I can stun again. I decide to search. What are my options? At this point, probably 6 cost is the way to go. It gives me another blocker as well. Asking if they saw it. Sorry if I kept saying yeah, I should probably refer to anyone as they. Leader ability, Luffy back to hand to make space and get counter back. This is very painful. But to be able to live, I need this. I need to stun this body, and the 6 cost is going to give me an extra blocker so I don't die. Now they're saying like, oh, this deck looks really fun, and I'm like, yeah, it is like really fun, but it struggles against big leaders. And I'm explaining like all the cooked shit you can do with like Boslino and stuff, but yeah, it's just not gonna help me in this game. This is just already cooked. I lost this at this point already. It's just no winning this. 8 cost. So let's see, how can we swing here? This is or 8 cost. This is 8 cost. 8k power. How can we swing? One don't commits. Yeah, they're like 9k. So the only thing I can really do is to swing, let's say 11 here. I only have 3 Dawn. Did I restand a Dawn from the stun bunny? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I think the best here is what I did, is like an 11 swing, and then they commit like a counter. Like they commit to Divine Departure event. And here now, this is like I really needed the freeze bunny. I expected this to happen at this point, and now this is lost. Seven face, what's my head look like? Yeah, it's all one case, but I need to counter this, because what am I staring down? I'm staring down 7, I'm staring down 12, I'm staring down 12, and I'm staring down 10. I need to counter this or I'm dead. But it hurts. I don't have 2k. Got 10 lock on, protected. I could block it here, but then I'm giving up a blocker, and then Rushshanks is gonna go into it. Rushshanks is gonna go into it. I just need to let it go, which I do. And we're cooked. What am I gonna do here? No, this is dead. Now I need to. Now I think I need to. 2 cards in hand. I need to out here, but I can't. Right? There's just no way. I'm thinking. I'm also calculating. Can I bring back my bunny? Play again to stun the blocker and have 3 swings to end with? Answer's no. I just can't make large enough bodies on a 7k leader. If I want to swing now, 10 Don, right? If I want to even be able to hit it, I need to commit 3 Don, 3 Don, 3 Don, 2 Don. Which is not enough. That's 11, which I don't have. If I want to leader ability this back, then I'm going to have 1 Don on lead. Let's say I leader this back and I play to stun this. Then there's so then leader ability is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Then I have 5 Don remaining here, and there's 1 Don sitting here. Then I need 3 swings to connect, so I need to commit 3 here. 2 Don remaining. Yeah, I can't make it. Then it's 2 is 1. I just can't make it. There's no way. And I think I realized this here because there's 30 seconds left. But I'm calculating this option. I'm calculating how much Don I'm going to need to be able to even get to the end. I just don't have. I can't connect enough. So this is game. So that's it. Concede. Can't come there. So that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. Never mind. I also have like Hody and DMG. Didn't see my hand there. Yeah, with DMG, that's gonna cost me 4 Don. Let's say can rest this. Sure, very fun. Then I have 6 Don remaining, so I need to commit 3 here. 3 here is already 6. Can't come there. With Hody, cost 7. So I have 3 Don remaining here. Need to commit 3 here, so I can make this swing. Then I have another. Then I can't even make the Hody swing. So there's just no way. There's absolutely no way I'm making this. So I just concede here. That was this game. I was really just winging it with this, rambling here and there a little bit. I hope in like maybe I have a bigger backlog. Let's say also like with extra reg and stuff. I don't know yet if I'm going to commentate over this. I knew since this game is kind of old, and honestly I kind of forgot about it. I have multiple recordings, but this game was kind of old and I kind of forgot about it. I figured let's just try what the setup is like with annotating and stuff, and just kind of winging it. But I hope in the future, with like OP16 on the horizon as well, I want to keep recording, of course. I also want to find a different stand, which then stands on the ground so that I can have a better angle, which gives me a better view of my hand. It's also something I want to do, so that we can analyze, we can analyze the game a bit better. And I need to do this sort of commentating and whatever kind of right after the games, or at least like a day or two after, so I at least kind of remember better what I'm thinking, and I can commentate and annotate a lot better. So for this one I was kind of winging it, so here and there I was kind of rambling what are my options, and maybe some of the rambles I had were also incorrect. So if you think some of the rambles are incorrect, please let me know. If you find other mistakes or options that I did not mention, please let me know. Let's say in Discord or the comment section below. And yeah, that's it.